Hello everyone, this is KAY BenyaRko again, bringing you another lesson in jazz piano techniques. Today might be one of the most important lessons I ever teach you, and it's about the importance of one of the greatest jazz pianists ever, which is Bill Evans. Um, in jazz, we have certain periods. You have where people played, ragtime, people played stride piano, people played bebop, people played hard bop, people played modal jazz, people played uh, post bop, and all that stuff. But very significant in the change is the use of the left hand. Prior to Bill Evans and then post Bill Evans. So Bill Evans came and he changed how, first of all, the piano sounds in terms of trio settings, and even in terms of texture, he changed it by using voicings called rootless voicings, right? And also just rhythmic displacement. And although he, just like the Barry Harris six diminished scale that we associate with Barry Harris, although he didn't invent it, because people like Red Garland, people like Ahmad Jamal, people like Errol Garner were already playing those rootless voicings. He is associated with it because he made it very popular. So prior to Bill Evans, if let's say I like working with tunes that are very well known. So let's say I play Autumn Leaves, great song to work different things on. So if I played Autumn Leaves myself, even in a trio, it might sound like this. Okay, so that's prior to Bill Evans, before Bill Evans. So what Bill Evans added to that was to take the chords, leave out the root. You know, before Bill Evans, he was influenced by Bud Powell, and Bud Powell used to do either he would do the root and the seventh, or the third and the seventh. Different kind of combinations or shells. Bill Evans would do what we call rootless shells. Okay, so he might do a seventh, the minor, and the fifth, and then let's say place a ninth in there for the first chord. So the first chord for Autumn Leaves is a C minor to an F, 7 to a B flat major 7, right? Bill Evans would play like this. Again, before Bill Evans, you had Bud Powell playing stuff like this. People of that era. Bill Evans made it this way. So he's using shells. He's still using upper extensions to emphasize certain voicings, but he's changed the whole sound. And also, as you notice, he's not using the bass lines. So although players, like Bud Powell and people of that era, like Bily Taylor and stuff, they used to use these what I call full root voicings, right? Even when they were playing trio. If you watch YouTube videos of Bily Taylor or Bud Powell, he has a video where he's doing the song "Get Happy," or even rhythm changes. He is still playing the root voicings and big extensions. You know, he might just move one finger at a time and stuff like that. But when it comes to Bud Powell, it's more, you know, he's playing in this range. You know, even his solos are in this range, so that affects the texture of the trio. You know, he's playing stuff like. So, you know, he's doing that kind of stuff. You know, where you know even changing rhythm, and people like Red Garland, people like I said, like Ahmad Jamal, were also doing that. Even if you listen to Winston Kelly, you know, who was very influenced by that time, the changes that were happening in terms of left hand voicings. He might play a blues, but you are not gonna see these kind of full root voicings like this, you know. Instead, you see something like this, and you know he would emphasize the two and five beat, or you know, kind of strum a little bit, you know, just like what Garner would do, but more sparsely. So he would, you know, do stuff like this, an F, like a F blue. So you see there, I'm using again rootless voices, shells. I'm using nines and different upper instead of doing that. There you hear the bass lines, and you can, like I said, even in trios you can play that. I personally use a combination of both. So like if you listen to players like let's say Kenny Barron or Morgan Miller, you know, more recent, they use combinations of both. They, you know, if you listen to someone like Barry Harris, he hates those Bill Evans style voicings, and you know he thinks that's what killed jazz. But you know, jazz is all about being different, you know, and no one is 100% right. It's all about making your music and feeding off of influence. So Bill Evans really changed the sound of the trio, you know. I'll use another example, you know, a song I use a lot, All the Things You Are, right? So you might hear someone like John Lewis do something like this. All right, but Bill Evans would do something like this. Okay, so he's taking the shells, da, da, right, and working through, you know, with the shells. Okay, or you might hear someone like Barry Harris do this. Like there was no, there will never be another year, so he might do something like that. All right, but you hear Bill Evans play it like this, right? Right. Okay, using different shells. That allows the bass player not to just be a timekeeper, but instead of just playing root and stuff, he could move chords around. So that gives bass player freedom in terms of movement. So, you know, there you have it. That is, you know, the change in the use of the left hand, and why Bill Evans is, you know, one of the most important pianists in jazz. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. This is KAY BENYARKO, If you have any questions, you can reach me at kbenyarko.music.com, kbenyarkomusic.com, or kbenyarkomusic@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe and enjoy.